Hello everyone, this is the peculiar Cavalier here, and today I'm gonna start a new series called as About. And in this series, I'm gonna talk about all the games, but giving them professional kind of look, not like a review, but kind of like a review. If you guys understand what I mean, I'm not gonna talk about the game in an emotional point of view. I'll do a separate playlist for that. I will do a separate headings for that. No worries. And I'm not going to talk about the entire history, lores, characters. That's huge when I talk about games like Mass Effect or Witcher series. So I'm not going to do that. So I'll do that separately as well. So this series is going to be like a professional and a structural effects of all the games. So when I talk about Dark Souls, I will talk about Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and what can you expect in those games, and is it worth it to buy the game with your own money. So that's kind of like it. Or if you even download the game for in a pirated way, which I don't recommend, but I'm saying if you are always do that kind of thing, is it even worth it to spend your time? So money and time are the two best friends of gamers. So are you going to spend your best friends on this game? So that's what I'm going to talk about in this series. And basically that's the intro that you guys needed. So today I'm going to talk about the Mass Effect trilogy and why that series is my kind of favorite of all time. So that's why I started with Mass Effect trilogy to begin with. That's where I started my gaming, era as well. So I'll just talk about that. So let's get into it, shall we? Roll the intro. As you guys know, my favorite genre is RPG. Or if you don't know, then now you know. Next to strategy games. So why I love RPG is because it also known as role playing game. So where you play a role, literally a role, not like it's like how to put this. I don't know the perfect word for it, but you play as yourself in the game. I mean, there is no sugarcoating it. There are games like, for example, there's like game like Batman. Simple as that, but you just play like Batman. Action oriented. You just fight criminals and then you put them in jail. That's it. Simple as that. But when you play in an RPG like a character like Commander Shepard, so that when that point you are yourself. Every decision you take, every action you make is your opinion. RPG games are always like a trump card where you can escape the realm of reality. So if your life is boring, if your life is actionless, you can just throw on Mass Effect 3 and then you can fight your way to save Earth in your own way, in your own style. That's what I mean. And even though, you know, like in my life, if I find some issues, I'll just go back to play Mass Effect series because not just Mass Effect, like any RPG, like Witcher, Dark Souls, even because those games, kind of give me some sort of control over my life. So every decision, like Paragon or Renegade, that doesn't matter. I can kill people, I can save people. That's all my decisions. And even if I regret my decision, I can just go back to another save file, and then I play that game in a different way, and then I show a different ending. So there's no regret when it comes to gaming. That's what my point is. So that's RPG, in a nutshell. So yeah, I know it's not elaborate as you might have wondered, but that's my version of it. So let's just get into the trilogy as a story wise. I'm not gonna explain it as I said, character wise or lore wise. I'm just gonna say it like in an entire nutshell what the game is all about. Let's get into it. Mass Effect 1. So let's begin with Mass Effect 1, in the trilogy as Commander Shepard. And the entire aspect of the game can be explained in the intro of the game, which is actually a good thing, not a bad thing. Which is a good thing. You will walk from the end of the ship uh, to the command deck where your pilot will be, and then there will be piloting the flight to your first human colony. And this is not they will say this is the test for the ship, but it will be actually a test for you. You won't be a commander yet, you won't be a specter yet, and you won't have a crew members, you won't have anything. Just they know, everyone knows that there is a guy called as Shepard. That's it. He's a hero, he's already a hero, but he's not a legend of any sorts. So that's where your story begins. Conversion of a normal hero into a legend, a savior, a guardian, stuff like that. So what you do is you just walk to the front, and then stuff happens, and that stuff is like a kind of spoilers. So I'm not going to reveal it. So there's not going to be any spoilers in this about series. So you can watch it with freely. Just listen to it. Just earphones on, like full volume. Just listen to it. Like just listen to me talk about my favorite games, in a professional way. So after that, what you do is you land upon a planet, the first planet that human colonized, and there will be some issues going on. So you have to fight that issues, you have to investigate about that issues, and as you go along the way, you will get your own ship, you will get your own crew members, and then you will get the spectre status, and humanity will have a place in the council. Like it's like a government of the galaxy, so you will get a place in there. It's actually a good thing because humanity will have a voice in the next few games, so it's a good thing. And as I said, that's pretty much it. This is Mass Effect 1. You will become someone, so everyone will knows about you, and in the end you will have to make a tough decision regarding the condition of the council itself. But if you take the decision right, you will be automatically the guy who saved everyone, who's savior. That status will be achieved, and throughout the game even you will make some decisions, tough decisions, and that might not be that effective when you think about it. Like if when you play Mass Effect 1, you don't think about Mass Effect 2 or 3, obviously. So when you play that game, you will take some decisions that you might regret, but you won't regret if you can understand. You will say like whether to save him or kill him. You will say like if you think that he's expendable, just kill him. But then in Mass Effect 3, it will come back to bite you in the ass. So that's what I'm saying. So you have to be careful about all the decisions you take. I'm not saying that you have to take all the decisions positively all the time, but it surely is affected, in the later stages of the game. So pick all positive things if you want to try out the game. So pick all positive, be a little bit Paragon than Renegade, so you'll do just fine. So that's the gist of it, and then you will learn about the Reapers. Those guys are the important part of the trilogy itself. The Reapers, there are right there in the name. They come to Earth, not Earth. They come to the galaxy 50,000 years cycle, and then they just kill all organics who are developed into space travel. So that's pretty much it. So they just kill. So you have to save yourself and save everyone else in the galaxy from them. That's where the legend status comes to, if you do it, obviously. So that's pretty much it. So this is Mass Effect 1. So let's go to Mass Effect 2 then. Okay, you will understand a little bit more. And Mass Effect 2 begins with a dramatic intro scene. I'm not going to reveal what happens, because it's going to be, huge, and you guys will be absolutely shocked, and I don't want to take that factor away from you. And you will be used by a terrorist organization, a Splinter Cell organization. They won't use you just for, they won't be holding you hostage and using you or stuff like that. You will owe them, but I'm not going to say why. So you'll owe them. They will be using that to, do their own research, their own stuff. And that stuff is actually pretty important. That's why you will be accepting their demands. What is that is, in a part of the galaxy, just a small part will be called as a terminus systems. That it's right there in the name. People don't always care about those systems. Those systems are for pirates, the rebels, bad guys, stuff like that. So human colonies will be there. Obviously, they don't want to do anything with the government, so they will move out of the own systems. and then they'll settle there. They'll start their own lives, and what they do is they will be starting to vanish. Who took them, what affects them, will not be revealed in that game. So what you have to do is you have to go out there and find them, find the results. So why are they vanishing? You will find that, and for that you will actually this is the game where you will get a lot of crew members, and which is actually a good thing because you will need them. So try out different combinations with the team. My favorite one is Kasumi and Grunt. They two had an amazing chemistry, back and forth, and you'll always have them as a, or strong. They are the strong team. They'll help you in a lot of conditions. So pretty much it. That, and the last mission of the game will be called as a suicide mission. Just that, right there in the name. You can see why the game was highly successful just because of that suicide mission. And as I said, this decision making is really, really important. I'll say why, because when I played Mass Effect 2, in the loading screens, they will be saying like every decision that you take will have dire consequences in Mass Effect 3. I never saw that. My fault. My stupidity. I never saw that. So what I did is like I didn't talk to many people. I didn't play the game as it meant to be. I just played the game like an action game, which was my fault. So what happened is like when I did the suicide mission, 4 people died. It was actually a good thing because when you see the outcomes that can happen, everyone can die. So that was also an outcome. So 4 people died in my first playthrough, and I was like, what happened? And then I went back, and then I saw like the official Mass Effect page where they said like please take your all decisions carefully, be more Paragon or be more Renegade. No, that's a clear cut opinion in the game, and as well as talk to more people in your crew. So I went back and I started the game again. I started fresh. I did some missions in a different order. I took decisions in a correct way. I was full Paragon, and then I played the game in my own style. I talked to everyone. I played it like an RPG game, and it was a highly successful one. I didn't lose anyone in the end. Everyone was alive, so it was a good run. The suicide mission was a success. You'll go with everyone, you'll come back with everyone. It's a good thing. So that's Mass Effect 2. And as far as the Reaper goes, you will delay them by a few years, their arrival. But eventually they will arrive, because they are highly intelligent sentient beings, so there's no option of delaying them or destroying them just yet. So let's talk about Mass Effect 3, the conclusive part. So Mass Effect 3, what's special about that? It's a highly controversial game, just in many ways, obviously. But what's there, in Mass Effect 3? What's really there? So in Mass Effect 3, as you can know, Reapers will have arrived. The first introduction scene, you would see Reapers arriving at Earth. Not just Earth, every part of the galaxy. So the war is imminent. And whatever you do, in Mass Effect 1 and 2, even if your decisions are a little bit wrong, you can always come back. You can always bounce back. But in Mass Effect 3, that's not the case. If your decision is a little bit off, you're done. So, and as I said, the decision you take in Mass Effect 1 will come and bite you in the ass. This is what I'm talking about. If you kill someone close to you in Mass Effect 1, their death will cause a repercussion so bad in Mass Effect 3 that you will get a penalty for just making them die in that part. So you don't know that, obviously, that's what I'm saying. So you won't know that when you play Mass Effect 1. But this is what I'm saying. This is the RPG element in Mass Effect Trilogy that you get. So one wrong decision can be affecting you in the same way. So you have to adapt yourself. I took that decision. I can live with it. So what can I change in Mass Effect 3 that will not give me that penalty? So you have to be thinking like that. So obviously the controversy begins with the ending of the game. Why is that? So the ending, how can I put this? For me, that's the greatest ending that anyone can ever expect. That because I played the extended cut DLC, but the gamers who got it before that, the pre-ordered guys, without the DLC, those guys were really pissed. I knew that because I saw their reactions, I saw their comments. Even now you can put the comments down below. You can talk to me about this. But for me, this ending is perfect. You get three endings in the end, and pretty much the same obvious kind of thing that will be like, this is what is gonna happen. This from the start, from Mass Effect 1, but they're gonna say this in a stylish way. That's the only thing that I can say about it, without giving it too much. So spoilers, I'm not gonna say anything. Why you should pick this, why you should pick that, I'll say that maybe after I do the playthrough of Mass Effect 3. But for now, all you gotta understand is this ending was so highly controversial. Everyone disagrees. Even some of them can disagree with me in this comment after the video was uploaded, but doesn't matter. To me, Mass Effect 3 is one of the best RPG games ever made in the last decade or so, even more than that. And Mass Effect Trilogy as a whole, no one can argue with this, guys. It's the best game. As a trilogy, every decision that you take will be felt in the galaxy. So you should build your Commander Shepard in a high regards. So that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I know I haven't talked more about the games or what not, but that's the reason behind it. I don't want to give too much away before I do a playthrough, or I don't want to talk about the entire lore or characters. It will take me around 1 hour or 2 hours when I finish the video, so you guys don't want that. So this is even took me 15 minutes or so. So this is actually a little bit less than what I would have normally spoken about the game. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This series I'm gonna upload, I don't know, Saturdays or Sundays. I'm gonna upload the weekend, in the end of the week. So just you guys can chill, just put on the headphones and then just can listen about what the game is all about. So this game is available in Origin and the Mass Effect trilogy as a whole, I think for around $1,200. It's definitely worth it. So if you have the money, if you have free time, if you want to try it out, please do buy the game and try it out. I don't say don't try it out, but this game is worth it. This is one of the best game in the 21st century that you should try it out. The things, the check mark. You should do this. So thank you guys for watching again. This is the Peculiar Cavalier here, and you've been an amazing audience. Please hit that like button, share the video with your friends, spread the good word about the channel. I am doing daily uploads, even 2 videos per day. So tell them to come join the channel, and they can know more about gaming and they can grow this community with me. And obviously subscribe to the channel for getting information about everything. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you next time, and next week I'll talk about a different game. Bye.